Welcome back.
We're not gonna let it get to us something because we can feel it in our feet.
Yeah, Knuckles.
I don't remember
today.
it. I wanted to do a Knuckles reference, and that's the best I got.
And thus beguns and Knuckles.
And Knuckles.
Yeah.
So.
Knuckles and Knuckles with Knuckles.
This is Knuckles Island.
We've got Knuckles on our Knuckles.
That's literally why he has that name.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so this is Knuckles Island, and this is the Knuckles carrier coming towards it.
Yeah.
As far back as I can remember,
Ooh.
I've been living here on this dark island.
Yeah, and we're playing in English today instead of Japanese.
Yeah, we switched back.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was given this job.
There's no music during this. It's weird.
Well, it's kind of somber.
Forever.
It's supposed to be.
I guess.
So, he's basically an orphan, right?
In the games, yes, more or less. Did you notice his leg clipping through his shadow, by the way?
Oh, everything clips through everything.
Yeah, but the shadow?
The emerald. And this guy.
Did you see T-Call flying out of the emerald,
yeah,
too?
I did. Yeah.
What's going on here?
So is there any catalyst for this, or is it just decides he's gonna bust out?
Huh? Who are you? Did you do this?
I don't remember.
I'll get you for this.
Presumably Eggman did something.
Yeah,
but
I want to say
he
Eggman does a thing, but we didn't really. We just saw Eggman flying towards Angel Island.
He's
or
here to
whatever it's
pick up
called.
Chaos, but how did he know he'd be out?
Hey, no fair.
I forget what this place is actually called in the games. I just
Angel
remember
Island?
It's Angel Island in the comics, so I wanted to assume that it is. Why does his brain disappear when he turns into a puddle? By the
I
way?
don't know. He's magic.
Because brain and his eyes both.
Power of
just
the Emerald or
vanish.
something.
Well, he is the power of the Emerald.
Pretty much.
I've never seen anything like it. Oh no, it's starting to happen.
I love the delivery for Knuckles' lines, where it's like, "Oh man, something's about to happen. Oh no, we're falling out of the sky."
Everyone's voice acting has been kind of off. Like, it's just how it goes.
It's just, like, Knuckles is a fine character, don't get me wrong, and I do like this game. This game's not bad.
There's aspects of Knuckles that are always a little too goofy.
But the voice acting for him, I feel like, is like one of the worst ones in this game.
Did he like just float his island on over to New York Harbor and like just get off here?
New York Harbor? No, I think it just happened to be that it was close to, you know, that jungle that we get into? That's got the explorers in it? That whole thing is part of his island.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know how. I really don't understand it entirely.
So we're going to clearly have to touch on the Archie Comics version
of
Knuckles,
Penders
but
and everything.
I'd like to just cover who Knuckles is canonically in the games, because it's both less confusing and also still confusing, right? I mean, this game is kind of about the origins of his whole gimmick without really being about him. So Knuckles just, like he said it in the intro scene, like, he just lives on that island and he's always been there. It's like, so he doesn't have parents who raised him, correct?
Kind of
wow,
not,
what the fuck did you do?
Yeah, I just knocked it out of the way.
Yeah.
No big deal. It didn't look like I should have been able to do that, mind you, but, you know.
Okay, so this is gonna be
This still
just
has
as
a radar
clunky.
to it, yeah. This is actually much clunkier than 2.
I'm sure it is.
Like, immediately.
Yeah, well, anyways, he's like this weird orphan who just lives alone on the ruins of his civilization that he never knew, right? More or less?
Pretty much.
What did you okay.
I flew through that balcony somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so, like, I'm just gonna say it, it's buggier. Like, this version of Knuckles' stuff is always gonna be buggier.
Yeah, I mean, the whole climbing thing, like, the fact that they made it work at all is impressive for it being this early on in the history of 3D games and shit.
I can't see a damn thing. Okay.
Oh, it's right there.
The police are after me, though.
Yeah,
so.
Are they like the Eggman police or the
I
actual
don't know!
Hit
There's
him.
like monkeys in it. I can't
then
hit
it's
him super well.
I mean, this is literally the same level that Sonic has to run through.
Yeah. This is the same one as Sonic, and Tails has one of these, I think, or didn't he?
He had the rooftops. Oh.
Oh, he was in it.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Well, anyways, he talks to the Emerald. That's like the... hi there.
Hey, kangaroo.
He talks to the Master Emerald. Is that Tikal talking to him all the time for his whole life through that rock?
I don't think so. I think it's just implied that
consciousness?
he talks to the rock. The rock doesn't talk to him.
Oh, that's
To my knowledge,
sad.
the rock never talks to him.
I was
think
under
he
the
just
impression that it
the
talks to
rock.
him, and that either it was Tikal talking to him, or Chaos talking to him, or the rock has its own voice.
No,
None of
I'm pretty
those?
sure he just talks to it, and it doesn't talk back at all.
Oh, Knuckles.
I'm pretty sure Knuckles is just verifiably kind of lonely for his entire life.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but I'm sad.
Poor lonely Knuckles.
This also is part of why he's so gullible, huh? Like, he doesn't have people, so, like, the first person who shows up is just, like, Eggman saying, hey, there's this blue guy who stole your emeralds. And he's like, I didn't know I didn't have my emeralds. He's like, yeah, he stole them. That's, like, their relationship for, like, the first, like, 4 games they were in together, or something like that.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Chow's in space.
Nice. I really wish that they had actually made, like, a little animated short of Chow in space. It would be nice.
I'd just like to say, by the way, coming back to Knuckles, after having played him in 2, Knuckles is incredibly jank to play as.
Oh, yeah,
This is really, really bad. Like, I expected it to be kind of jank and be like, oh, well, like, because the flying is definitely going to make it really weird on the game. But, like, no, this is way, way worse than I thought it would be.
Yeah, they have to program physics into every single surface to say whether or not he can climb on them and stuff.
I thought it was the controls, but I'm starting to get the feeling that it's literally just him. Like, he himself is
Look
just
at that guy.
really
that's
unfortunately controlled. Oh, God.
What is our point here?
I gotta find the emeralds.
Gotta find his emeralds.
Yeah. I can feel them in my feet.
Yeah.
But they're not there, so.
Well, anyways, Knuckles is actually a really
places.
tragic character.
Can you not? Okay.
And, really strange. And there's, like, his existence implies a lot of backstory that sometimes we see in this game, and then sometimes it's just completely a question mark. And it's all a whole bunch of weird shit. And then it gets completely steamrolled because then Shadow starts showing up and being the rival to Sonic, and Knuckles just becomes Tails 2.
Yeah, Tails the second.
Yeah, it's just... Because he still flies, and he still follows Sonic around, and he's still kind of a Sonic rival, but not really. He's just Red Tails after a while. Is this like the last game where he does that whole "you stole my emeralds, I need to fight you" Sonic thing?
Yes, and I've heard some people, like, postulate as to why that is.
It's because Shadow exists now.
No. Like, within game, I've seen some people suggest why it is that in game he stops caring. And that's at some point between Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2 with the rise of Chaos, he kind of realizes that the entirety of the reason he was asked to guard the thing was because Chaos might come out of it. And with Chaos out of it, the thing still has all of its power, but he has no purpose in guarding it anymore.
Also, I guess since it's Sonic that stops Chaos, he's kind of just here to help Sonic.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah, it's like he's been waiting this whole time for something to happen, and then Sonic fixes it. It's like, oh, was that meant to be? Am I just like Sonic's priest?
Pretty much. The priest
of the Church of Sonic.
Yeah, I was going to say the priest of the
like
Church
that
of
idea.
Sonic. Yeah.
So anyways.
Okay, these barrels are bouncy, and I didn't realize that's what I had been touching this whole time.
So anyways, that's Game Knuckles. Now, I'm going to let you tell me everything you can remember about Comic Knuckles.
I don't remember much about Comic Knuckles.
There's 20 of him, correct?
There's about, 30
I told you to
40,
look this shit up.
Yeah, I didn't look it up. Why would I look anything up?
I told you, we're going to have to talk about the Comic Knuckles. And you're going to have to confirm some shit, because I don't even know.
Well, I want to warn people right off the bat that I don't particularly care for Penders. I'm aware of him. I don't like almost anything he's ever written.
Can you give some backstory to what you're talking about?
So Ken Penders is the guy who wrote Knuckles for Archie Comics for pretty much the entirety of any Knuckles comic that anybody remembers. That was all Ken Penders. He wrote them, and he didn't do the art himself, but I think he did do the designs.
He's an artist, but he's kind of...
Okay, this is, like, nigh impossible to do. This lion's
bit.
mouth. Got
All right,
it. Okay.
there you go.
It's hard because there's no camera control, and if it zooms you out, you
Yeah.
are stuck out. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't hit jump there. He just auto jumped.
I
See
think
that?
you're waking up the neighbors.
Oh my god, this is. This controls like so much garbage.
I can take
Why?
over if you hate it too
No,
much.
it's fine. It's just I gotta find this other emerald.
So does
but-
T-Call help you?
Kind of.
This way.
Okay, that
Thanks,
doesn't
T-Call,
help. This
for
way.
yelling this way.
This way.
Yeah, so Penders wrote most of the Sonic comics during the 90s and 2000s, I want to say, and a lot of people probably realize
this
that,
makes sense.
but don't exactly know who he is. On top of great camera angle.
Knuckles.
On top of
Where?
writing them, he also created characters for the comic, including basically an entire species for Knuckles.
Yeah.
Like a current one, like a modern one.
civilization of echidnas who are just around.
And a ton of characters within that, like Knuckles' parents, and he has a love interest and a daughter from the future, and his love
He has a
interest's
daughter from
mother.
the
and
future?
yeah, there's a bunch
That's
of weird
weird.
stuff.
I don't like the idea of them just recycling the whole Trunks thing.
If you've ever seen an echidna with like a prosthetic, like I don't know, like a prosthetic metal thing coming off of one of its quills, that is a Penders character. He kind of had very little idea of what to do when he was going in, and it reeks of him having other ideas and then just kind of putting them in there.
Which is just kind of endemic to, like, non-game Sonics.
Yeah, like-
that's clearly how the whole Princess Sally and stuff started. It was like they had some other idea and recycled it to put Sonic in it.
You notice he
It's
does that
obvious.
thing where he flips into a ball too?
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's T-Call's dad.
Yeah.
Look at this dude.
The 7 emeralds are essential.
Yeah, he's got, like, a beard over his muzzle.
The good.
So it's like he's got,
Like the hair
like...
on his muzzle grew too long.
Yeah, like, it's just on his snout. It's not a mustache. It's just that whole everything.
It's like a bunch of, like, cat whiskers that have just grown out of his
that
face.
it's always kind of, like, questionable if that's supposed to be fur or skin
I
on
think
the
it's
other
supposed
characters.
to be skin.
Yeah, like, it's always just been kind of decided that, like, all of the Sonic furries are, like, reverse neckbeards.
Something like
Now
that.
where am I?
Like, they shave just the chin and the cheeks and stuff, but they leave everything
Station
else.
Square, I see.
Yeah, but going back to the Penders thing, Penders wrote everything during that time period. Anything that involves Knuckles primarily as a character, including the characters. And
Oh, there was Cream
Yeah,
again.
Cream again, but we're not going to be able to
Oh,
see
and
her well
there's
enough.
Sonic! He was just here while we were
Yeah.
tripping out.
So here's Sonic and Tails.
We just went on our vision quest. What are you up to? Oh, are they unconscious?
Yeah, because this is after they got hit
They're-
by the
they're-
knockout gas.
Yeah, they're just high over
But
here.
but not only is like Tails is sitting here motionless, but Sonic is like having a
He's
fit.
jacking off.
I think Sonic is having like a seizure. Like I'm just gonna say.
No, I think he's
Look at him.
janking it.
Look at him. He's
But look
dead.
at him. Look where his hand
He's
is.
freaking out. It's on the floor.
Those guys are doing.
Still, I don't like. I think it looks a little inappropriate.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. But so Penders wrote all of these characters. I keep coming back to this and not finishing the thought. And the big thing that Penders did recently that people know him for way more was when he did the Knuckles thing and he rewrote all the characters and all this other stuff.
Eggman's coming to the
God damn
hotel
it.
for a nice vacation.
What's he got there?
Recently, he sued Archie Comics and took all of those characters back. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And he made them their own characters, and
This basically pushed
which actual one
that
is
one.
it? I know he walked into this one, but isn't this one the Chow Garden?
I don't know if it even matters.
Oh, I guess not.
But yeah, like it basically initiated the Archie Sonic guys to force a reboot on their continuity so that they didn't need those characters.
Yeah, and enforcing the reboot, they've done a bunch of things that Penders has basically like freaked out about and has claimed certain things. Like Penders was in charge of writing for other characters that were freedom fighters at one
Yeah.
point. And in writing for a bunch of these other freedom fighters, he decided things that he never put into the comic, and then declared that Archie Comics had ruined certain characters that never appeared in the comic. Things like saying, well, Rotor the Walrus, for instance. I think
An
that's his
okay
name.
character. That character's fine.
Yeah, so Rotor, at some point in Penders' like sketches and talking and like concepts for the character, decided that eventually Rotor got a husband.
So he decided, but he didn't write it in? He
Never
wrote in that he wanted this character to be gay.
So in resetting the universe like Archie Comics did, they didn't really do anything with that character, and Penders claimed that they had killed a fictional gay character as a result.
The character's alive, and there's nothing... They don't... Okay, so I'm not necessarily up with everything. I do have a bunch of post-reboot Sonic comics, though.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, they never give him a love interest of any kind, so there's nothing to say that he couldn't still be gay if they wanted.
Yeah, well, that's assuming that they want to do anything that Penders decided to do.
Or anything
when
with
he
Rotor
never
the
told
Walrus.
anyone.
Yeah, like Rotor the Walrus is not a major character.
No,
he's
he's
a
really
very
not.
interesting support character, and I kind of like the guy. Like, it's just like, oh, this is the guy who like helps Tails with building things, so it's not literally Tails doing everything. It's like, yeah, that's cool. Okay. And I guess his dad's one of Robotnik's henchmen or something.
I think even before that, there may have been an incarnation of Archie Comics in which Tails was not the one who did any of that, and Rotor was the one who did all of it.
Possibly, because I think like early Tails was literally just a kid. Like
Yeah,
they just had
early
to be.
Tails was Sonic's sidekick.
Yeah, it was just Sonic. Hey, let's go have an adventure, and that was it. That was literally it.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, no, Rotor was basically another aspect of the concept that Tails kind of takes now. But it's like, yeah, like there's nothing about that character that couldn't be gay. I mean, they didn't kill him. He's around.
But with Penders doing what he did where he sued them over this stuff, one of the things Penders tried to do was take Knuckles with him. And they were like, no, you
Nope,
can't win that.
'cause they don't
and
own
then
him.
he started winning some of those court cases left and right, and Archie went, oh no, what if he actually wins Knuckles?
Well, you'd have to go through Sega for that.
You just expect that to be the
Yeah.
case, but Sega of America doesn't technically own the character.
Sega of America doesn't.
Sega of Japan does, but if he's suing in America, he might take the rights to the character within the US, which is like a very... It happens. That does occasionally occur. And he wound up losing that court case,
Okay.
obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
like, how could he have won it?
It wouldn't be good.
But he did win the court case where he took everything else.
Well, he took his own characters, and then they rebooted those characters out, so whatever.
And in like, not even recently, like within the last 10 years, I want to say, there was a game that came out... He's moving so slow.
Gotta go slow.
There was a game that came out that was called Sonic the Dark Brotherhood, which I think I've talked about here
I want
and
to
there.
play that. It's an RPG, right?
It's
I'd
an
like to
RPG,
play a
yeah.
Sonic RPG, even if it's shitty.
That game introduced the concept of there are totally other echidnas. Here's a main character
But
who's
this
an
game
echidna.
has other echidnas.
Yeah, well,
I mean, they're
as
dead.
characters that exist and happen, you know,
Okay.
like that are there. So here's one of them, and then here's an entire group of them that are part of like one big family or whatever. And upon doing that, Penders turned around and sued Sega
that
over the
hole's
use of
open.
those characters. I keep thinking I gotta go fight Sonic first, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Also,
Yeah,
were you
no, I'm
paying
wrong.
attention to any of that cutscene?
Just a little bit.
I mean, we fought Chaos, and
Robotnik was like, "Oh, you suck," and we went, "Yeah, okay," and then we walked off. That's all that's gotta happen.